Okay, so today we're going to be discussing the ICU Interlude. Now, if you've been rocking with Sly the Deuce for a while, you know there is a lot of backstory to this song right here. So if you have not been listening to Sly the Deuce for a while, what you're going to want to do is go to the This Is Sly the Deuce playlist by Spotify. Shout out Spotify, much appreciation for that. Now, if you're listening on Apple Music or Amazon Music, I am not sure if there is a This Is Sly the Deuce playlist. I listen to Spotify, but I know that Apple Music is one of my big streaming platforms. So somebody let me know. I know my boy McKinley out there. Shout out everybody in Atlanta rocking with Mackie. I know that he's got Apple Music and he's got an entire conglomerate of people who define their lives as Apple users, right? So I'm confident I can get the answer to that question. Anyway, let's go ahead and kick this off. Y'all know how we do it. We play the song and then I will go ahead and break it down for you. All right, let's go ahead and kick this off.
Sometimes it feels like society. It's a secret society out there whose sole purpose is to hold all the average standards. Haters. And sometimes it feels like I even got them watching me. It's like they got a mission to bring me down. They plan on executing to perfection. They want me. So they camouflage themselves. But I see them in the people around me. The people in my circle. People who shake my hand and call me buddy. And it's this subconscious betrayal that makes me highly
aggressive. So that was it, right? Quick, simple, but there's a lot in there. So let's dive right in. Come on.
Sometimes it feels like society.
Sometimes, man, it feels like there's a secret society. So I'm already on some beneath the surface type stuff, right? Sometimes, man, I feel like there's a secret society.
Out there whose sole purpose is to hold all the average standards.
Whose sole purpose is to hold all to average standards. Now, write that down. Or think it in your mind if you can, handle the task. HATAS. Hold all to average standards. My thought on it, man, haters are not necessarily people that want to see you fail, if you're honest. If I'm being honest about the way I think about it, people who want to see me fail inspire me more than most. People that doubt me, people that openly say, express doubts about what I can do and what I can accomplish, they actually spur me on to greater things than other people do. So what I find to be the real haters of the world. Now this is from my album States of Mind. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Let me get some comments. I know some people out there that have been rocking with me since the States of Mind days. But anyway, what I'm saying is that the ability to inspire me, whether that is through challenging me to be better or by outright doubting me, and then I use that to challenge myself to be better, those are still inspirational. What I feel is true haters, or haters as I like to call it, is those that want to just hold you to an average standard, right? They don't necessarily want to see you fail. They don't want to see you like crumble into nothingness. They don't want to see you impoverished. They don't want to necessarily wish ill on you, but they don't want to see you doing great. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see you leveling up. They don't want to see you blow up beyond where they are. And I think that's the main thing. Hey man, just do what the norm is doing. It's cool. Everybody knows about celebrities, right? We know about James Harden. We know about Jay-Z, right? We know about Was I on Key. We know about these people, right? But we don't know them like that. So when you actually know someone who's on that level or in that wavelength of greatness, does that rub you the wrong way? You know, does that make you want to tell them to remember their station or remember their place or that kind of stuff? That's the kind of stuff I dealt with when I was coming up. So I felt like, man, I got haters, right? But I viewed haters a different way. So I made, you know, a little secret society about it. And you'll hear it more and more in the music. That's why I made this skit in specific to kind of, this was the first time I had outlined or unveiled this idea. So let's keep going.
Haters. And sometimes it feels like I even got them watching me.
Now that like I don't know what you pitch shifted vocals in the back, that's from another song called ICU. So ICU is actually the song where I spell out, you know, what I'm talking about and go a little bit more in depth. Maybe I'll do that song breakdown in the future. But this is just the interlude that leads into it. So that's what some of that audio in the back is. But the main vocal is, I feel like I even got them watching me. You know, there's this secret society out there. I feel like I even got them watching me.
It's like they got a mission to bring me down, and they plan on executing to perfection.
So I'm Agent 87.
They want me, so they camouflage themselves. But I see them in the people around me, the people in my circle, people who shake my hand and call me buddy.
But I see them in the people around me. So again, this is what I was dealing with, man. I was dealing with friends who, quote unquote friends, right? I had people in my circle who I thought was there for the long haul. I thought was gonna, you know, I thought we were just gonna be this clique forever, you know, like, you know how it is when you're young. But I started to recognize, you know, it's easy to spot, like I said, people who outright want to see you do bad, like, you know, but that just openly doubt you. But when you start to recognize, like, man, some of the people that are in my camp with me, you know, are kind of looking at me sideways or kind of asking me questions that make me think, like, what's going on inside this person's mind right now?
And it's this subconscious betrayal that makes me highly aggressive. Call me buddy. And it's this subconscious betrayal that makes
the subconscious betrayal. So I'm talking about, sometimes I'm really into psychology. I studied it in school, and I come from a long line of psychologists and things like that. But the idea that you may not even be conscious of what you're doing doesn't make it any less true, right? So if people are expressing envy, or if people are expressing disdain for you, if people are expressing jealousy or ill will towards you, if you ask them about it, they may deny it, and most likely they will deny it, because sometimes we're not even aware of what our actions, you know, are actually saying. And so it's the subconscious betrayal, right? Like, it's like, man, you're not even self-aware enough to recognize that other people could be aware of your behavior. And that makes me highly aggressive. Like, man, it really, really, really upsets me when I feel like somebody's trying to play me for a fool or play me for an idiot. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was talking about there. It's this subconscious betrayal that makes me highly aggressive. Now, what's interesting about that little part right there is when you listen to ICU, right? Again, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on Tidal, Amazon Music, all of that. But ICU, the hook is being used in this interlude here. So I want you to check that song out and see if you can figure out what we did there. We mixed it up just a little bit, but I don't want to give it all away. Then we just kind of played the track out. Now that I'm looking back, it's like, why do we have an extra 10, 20 seconds on this track? I don't know. So if you get to like 49 seconds and it's over, I don't want you to feel like you got to keep listening. It's not one of them surprise tracks where there's something at the end. But I do have some tracks like that. So make sure that you are checking out Sly the Deuce online. I really appreciate it. Again, I went to the Sly the Deuce playlist to get there. You are more than welcome to get there however you wish. And this has been another Creative Energy episode, and I really appreciate y'all rocking with me.